any stretch of the imagination. However, I would like to hear from you guys to see whether or not you would like to see that game streamed on this channel while it's in development. If that becomes the case, then I can possibly set something up for a Saturday broadcast, Saturday evening broadcast, or one of those days that I would set it up as a special broadcast with my wife Sarah on a team together, so because we're both in the technical alpha, where we run together, and you hear my commentary or hear us yapping about how this game operates, and setting up our feedback. There is, from what I'm able to discern, there is no NDA associated with the technical alpha, so because I've seen people here even on Twitch streaming that game, so game on. Leave comments on my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Tyru0328, twitter.com Miramoto Tyru, /Miramoto Tyru. How to contact me is in the sections below. Get in touch with me. Let me know what you think. So with it being a Friday, the queue for everything seems to be on the slow side. So what I'm probably going to do is trying to wait out the queue before I do anything. But since I'm going to be working on this, working on story, talking about dealing with story anyway, I might as well do that while we wait on everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick the master volume up to the game to about 50, let's call it 60%. And I'm probably going to go ahead and kick the volume or the voice volume up to about 60%. That way, when we get to next destinations and so on and so forth, you guys can hear what's going on. And I have a tendency to shut up during cutscenes, so we'll see what happens there. Now the question becomes, do I really want her with me for... Oh, here. Oh, snippity snap snap snaps. I'm no longer in... I'm a 55 now. I've got other things to worry about other than... Oh, I forgot all about that. So I have to almost beg for Kuat at this point now. Oh well, I guess I start working the last bit of Kuat with my Jedi Knight from 38 to 55. Okay. I forgot all about that. This could be anything. And I do mean anything. Okay. Group, blah, blah, blah. Let's continue to get back on ship. Like I said, question becomes is really when I get to where we're going next, which is the planet Voss. Do I take her with me, or do I use somebody else? And after Boss, there is Corellia, and after Corellia is Ilum, and then after Ilum, well, actually Ilum, or Macabre, then Ilum. Yeah. Let's see, I forgot. Okay, Boss. Alright, so it says use your ship's holo terminal. So when I get the boss, it's probably going to go ahead and kick me into a cutscene like this. Well, that was special now, wasn't it? Alright, so we have to go talk to this Loki guy, or whomever this guy is. If it, you want to talk about a stopover planet that I don't like, Belsavis, or not Belsavis, Balmora and Boss, which are, well, Balmora not so much, but Boss and Quesh, basically the stopover planets, they are annoying because they really don't do anything to the overall arcing storyline. This one might finally. The trooper story basically had him going through diplomatic relations. The Jedi was kind of diplomatic relations, trying to deal with the Force and all this other stuff. This one might actually be worth something. At least I hope so. Alright. Now this comes up. Fabulous. Well, at least I'm, in the middle of something and not necessarily stuck. I'm wondering if this is going to be like my first go around with CZ198, which I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, Circa Core Meltdown. Hooray! CZ198. This is an instance, a tactical flashpoint like we've been talking about previously, where class roll does not necessarily matter. Class roll does not necessarily matter, but the story changes. Instead of trying to defend Kuat from the Empire, we're trying to save Circa from themselves. So I'm going to be polite to people here. And buff everybody up. And hey, I remember that rope when I was working a Jedi Knight. I had it on Kira. Complete. Yeah. This is this is one of my favorite instances, because of the mechanics necessary to run the main boss. It is, to me, by far one of the better boss runs in the game. And there, some money some cash can be made, and the potentiality for loot for me is increased. Alrighty then. Like I said, the potentiality for loot's there because I'm starting to get up there. Surprise! I may... Scarecrow, surprise. I see you. However, if you would be so kind as to try to keep the chat PG-13 as best you can, that'd be very much appreciated, because I may have Nightbot fix that later. So, anyway, more stuff for us to shoot. Thank you. That is much appreciated. Red stuff bad. Okay, keep shooting stuff. Shooting stuff in the face is always good. Just kind of recap on things, just in case you may have not been here for the complete opening of the show. I got into the Blizzard version of League of Legends called Heroes of the Storm. Would you be interested in watching a stream of that every now and then?